Gosh, my bad. These train cars seriously need to work on their space optimization, don't they? But, I hope I didn't disturb you or your, friend there? Jeez, he seems to be completely out like a light. Must have taken something to ease the ride. Not everyone's comfortable with movement, and trains are one of the worst things when it comes to motion sickness. Well, I do hope he feels better. Oh, you know what? Before I move on, if he wakes up, you should tell him the cabin here serves a mighty fine ginger tea. I've had it myself a few times on the various trips I take, and I can attest, as a woman with motion sickness, it does wonders. I do. I know. It really doesn't seem like it, huh? Like I said, that tea is a masterpiece when it comes to quote-unquote curing you. At least for a few hours before you'll want another one. I mean, the bartenders here have to make some money somehow. Though, I suppose they get plenty of business on those overnight rides, huh? Rich folk boarding and spending their time at the bar, getting so drunk they forget where they're even going. That is, if they don't just purchase their drinks from the traveling cart that passes by their rooms. How would I know that? Well, other than all the movies I watched, I do actually travel quite a bit. Plus, I've always preferred trains over planes and such. It may take longer to get from one place to another, and it may cost me more money in the long run. Buying a room, to food, and of course their famous tea. But in the end, I always find it more enjoyable. What about you? This is the first time I've seen someone like you on a train like this. And trust me, you're the kind of face that's hard to forget. Oh? This is your first? Well, congratulations on officially breaking your train virginity. Hey, what do you say? We should get a drink and celebrate. I know. A random girl walks up to you and asks if you want to celebrate your train virginity, but it's not every day you get on a train, unless you're someone like me. And who knows? This very well may be the last time we get to see each other. What sort of drinks do you like? I have all sorts of alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks on this thing, and I'd go as far as to say that at least 80% of them are top tier. True. If you're going to run an expensive train like this that basically ferries rich bureaucrats around, then you better have some damn good food and drink. Honestly, places like this are kind of amazing, and also incredibly worrying at the same time. I mean, yes, you have rich, important people boarding and unboarding this thing nearly every day, and sure, the security is alright, but still, it feels like all it would take is one missed weapons check and this whole place could turn into the ideal robber's paradise. Not that you have to worry. If someone were going to rob the place, they likely would have done it by now. What about me? You think I'm here to rob you? Not too sure I would be offering to buy you drinks if that were the case, but you never know. So, are you willing to take the risk? Or would you rather I leave you to your sleeping friend? There we go. Now that's the answer I was looking for. Come on, before all the good seats are taken. Not that they already aren't. To be fair, some of the people here have already been on this train for 1-2 days, and even rich bureaucrats enjoy spending the time in these seats rather than in their rooms. I know. You would think that they would have a bit more decorum when around other people as rich or even richer than they are, but self-respect is easily left at the door when you're given a drink that tastes like this. Ah, here we go. An empty booth, right across from the bar. Perfect. Makes it a lot easier to get up and down without needing to navigate the small walk space in between. Though, it is a lot better in this half of the train than it was back there. Probably to compensate all the drunk stumbling folk. Alright, you figure out what you want yet? Hmm, not a bad choice. Bartender, a whiskey neat for me and whatever my friend here wants. Put it on my tab. Of course I'm the one paying. I offered to drink with you, so that means the bill is on me. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, okay. I know that sounded a bit childish, and maybe it was. I've been saying it ever since my mother taught me when I was like 6, 7. So, this has become a natural part of my everyday speech at this point. As silly as it sounds. Hey, don't laugh. I'm sure you have silly things that you use all the time as well. We all do. For instance, my boss actually says things like, well, that's unfortunate, and we're going to call that character development on a daily basis. And worse, he says it in the most deadpan, stoic way possible, which only makes it that much more hilarious. I swear, half the time he's in his sarcastic ass era, and the other half he's all no nonsense, all business, deadpanned old man with, yes, a smoking problem. Right? He is a character, trust me. A right British pain in my butt 90% of the time, but he's a good man. I wouldn't want to work for anyone else. Hmm? Oh. Right. I guess you really don't know much about me, huh? I mean, makes sense. We did just meet. Well, to start off, my name is Dawn. Dawn Aegir. It is Norse, actually. Well, not exactly. It's changed over the years, but it was originally based off the Old Norse meaning for sea or ocean. Not that I'm very good on the actual ocean. You know, with the whole motion sickness thing. My old ancestors would be pretty ashamed of me, to say the least. But I suppose I'll have to deal with that talk whenever I pass away into the plane of non-existence. Until then, I think avoiding the ocean is top of my bucket list. Ah, right. I did mention my boss already. As for where I work, well, I wouldn't really say it's an important title, or that I'm important enough to even have a proper title. I work in logistics mostly, just making sure things end up where they're supposed to. And I travel a whole lot, which is pretty self-evident. Usually it's on a short notice. My father was in the same field when I was a kid, so I sort of just followed suit. Wasn't really anything I was super interested in, but he trained me a lot and taught me the ins and outs of everything. And after working with the same people for a few years, I've gotten to really enjoy the things I do. Yeah, they're a good lot. I go as far as to say they're like family. But, enough about me. What about you? I mean, here I am, drinking and telling you my whole life story like we're old friends, but I've barely learned a thing about you in return. Like, for instance, what sort of things do you usually work on? Are you on this train for work or pleasure? That sort of thing. Oh, alright. That sounds really neat. It almost sounds like we're in similar fields of work. Well, it's always good to find someone like-minded to spend an hour or two with, share a few drinks, get to know each other, not to mention you're not hard on the eyes. Sorry, just noticing. Honestly, though, I am really glad you took the time to hang out with me. I might go on these trips a lot, but, it's not often that I make friends on them. I'm usually busy looking over paperwork or trying not to get puked on by random strangers who spend a bit too long in the dining cars. It's genuinely nice that we got to hang out, even for a bit. Alas, I do have to be on my way. Got a few papers that need signing and a case report to write up before my next stop, so I suppose I'll be leaving you. Before I go, here. It's my number. You know, in case you want to meet up again sometime. Until then, enjoy the rest of your drink and tell your friend back there I said hi. See you around, new guy. Ah. I was wondering how quickly you would take notice. I mean, I've heard about your skills, your charm, your attention to detail. So I'm not too surprised that you start following me as quickly as you did. Though, I do have to wonder, when did you sense something was off? Was it when I bumped into you? When I offered the drink? During our little powwow? Or did you not notice until those documents you had stolen were missing from the inside of your jacket? Really, I'm curious how good I was at tricking the #1 operative out there. I mean, you're sort of a legend back at the base. And when I heard it was you I was going up against, well, what can I say? I was a bit excited. Right, you're right. Whether I tricked you or not, I did have a good time talking with you. And that number I gave, it's the real deal. It's a shame we had to be working under different organizations. I mean, not that it was hard for you to knock out that poor sod and snag his things. Most certainly would not have needed help on that aspect. In fact, it was fairly impressive you were able to do it without being noticed. Well, without being noticed by anyone but me. I was sort of bound to notice. After all, we had the same target. Sadly, there's only one of these documents, and I don't exactly have the time to find a copy machine. So, I think I'll be taking these. You don't really get a choice in the matter, sweet cheeks. Not that I don't think it's cute that you're willing to fight me for this. The intel we got on you was right. Really are set on the mission, huh? It's endearing, really. Some of the lads in my own team could do with being led by someone like you. Then again, my boss is even more strict than you are, and they're still a goofy lot 90% of the time. I respect you. Tell you what, if you do decide to call, I'll put in a word with my captain. Maybe we can fight on the same team next time. Until then, keep your head on a swivel. See you around, love.